Among the favorites to win Miss Universe 2024 are the candidates from Cuba, Mexico, and the Philippines, but I believe the winner of Miss Universe 2024 will not be from Cuba, Mexico, or the Philippines. Hi, this is Coco, and these are my Miss Universe 2024 predictions. So originally we expected 130 candidates to compete for the crown, but only 128 candidates actually arrived and registered in Mexico City. But after the withdrawal of 3 candidates, the candidates from Panama, South Africa, and Kosovo, now we only have 125 candidates left to compete for the crown during the coronation ceremony on November 16, 2024 at the Arena CDMX, which is only a few hours away. So, before I reveal my predicted top 30, let me share to you who I think are the most beautiful candidates. So if the only criterion is the face card or the facial beauty, I think the top 5 candidates are the candidates from Botswana, Dominican Republic, Nigeria, Russia, and the UAE. And let me just mention the candidates from Jamaica, US Virgin Islands, and the Philippines are also very, very photogenic. Like, they can make it to the top 5 if it's only about, photographs. But there's just something about them when they are on stage beside the other candidates. They tend to be outshone, if that's the right word. So I'm a little worried for them, but I just want to mention they are very, very photogenic. If there is an award for Miss Photogenic, I think these 3 candidates deserve the award. Although, me personally, I would probably give it to Miss UAE or Miss Botswana. Alright, so these are my top 30 candidates. I believe these candidates will make it to the first cut, which is top 30. So this is good news for the candidates because originally it's only, the first cut is only top 20, sometimes top 21, but now they're giving more opportunities, giving more spots. So since it's the first time, if I'm not mistaken, first time to have top 30 in Miss Universe, I believe a lot of history, a lot of countries or territories will be making history this year. I think some countries or some territories will make history having their first ever placement in Miss Universe, placing in the top 30 at least. So these are my predicted top 30 candidates. The candidates from, in alphabetical order, Argentina, Botswana, Brazil, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Denmark, the Dominican Republic, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Finland, Honduras, Italy, Jamaica, Lebanon, Mexico, New Zealand, Nigeria, Peru, the Philippines, Russia, Samoa, Somalia, the UAE, Venezuela, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. All right, among these 30 candidates that I mentioned, I predict, or I believe, the 5 candidates who will make it to the top 5 are, so these are not necessarily my favorites. I'm not going to mention to you who my favorites are, but I believe the 5 candidates who will win the votes or the highest scores from the judges, we already know who the judges are. My predicted top 5 are the candidates from Botswana, Cambodia, the Dominican Republic, Nigeria, and Russia. Now let me mention my worries with each one of them. The candidate from Botswana, she is very, very pretty. She looks like a queen, but the brand Miss Universe is all about fierceness. The brand of being a sweet beauty queen that belongs to Miss World and Miss International. So Miss Botswana is a little bit too sweet. I think she needs more fierceness, but Miss Universe is known for breaking barriers, for being the voice for change. So yeah, why not a sweet beauty queen this time, right? So there, Cambodia. The same thing. I think she's a little too sweet for Miss Universe, but again, maybe we're breaking barriers. Maybe we're changing the patterns now, and it's time to have a sweet queen and forget about fierceness and all. Um, and if she wins, she will be the first ever mother to win Miss Universe. So now, obviously, we're ready for mothers to have mothers compete in Miss Universe, to have mothers as Miss Universe contestants. But are we ready for a mother or for a Miss Universe title holder who is also a mother? Why not? Right. All right. The candidate from the Dominican Republic. This is the typical Miss Universe, if you know what I mean. She looks like Miss Universe. My worry is, what if, the judges now are looking for something different? What if they want to break away from the pattern? But she does look like Miss Universe. Nigeria. My goodness, Nigeria. I already noticed she's exceptionally beautiful from Miss South Africa to Miss Universe Nigeria. I already noticed, we all noticed that she's exceptionally beautiful, but during the preliminary competition, there's just something. The same thing I felt, I think a lot of us felt during the time of Shanice Palacios. We already know Shanice is one of the most beautiful candidates of her batch, but not many. Me personally, I know she's one of the five, at least top five most beautiful, but I didn't think back then that she was the most beautiful one. But during the preliminary competition, I was convinced she was going to win the crown. It's the same thing with Nigeria now. She just had this different aura during the preliminary competition. She looked like Miss Universe. She just outshone all of them. Now my worry is, as we all know, she is one of the most controversial candidates now of Miss Universe 2024 because of her citizenship, her and her mother's citizenship in South Africa. Is Miss Universe ready for a controversial winner? Like, she already is controversial even before she won. So is the Miss Universe organization ready for that? Will that not be a turn off to, among the judges? But of course, she was given an opportunity to have closed door interviews. She talked to the judges, so I'm sure she got the opportunity to explain herself to the judges. And she's a lawyer, so I'm sure she explained her side very well. Now, Russia. She also just looked like Miss Universe during the preliminary competition. She is one of, if we're talking about facial beauty and physique combined, I think she is at least in the top three. Of course, my worry is the sash. Are we ready for a Miss Universe from Russia at this point? It's going to be very controversial. And she's very young, she's 18. And if you see the pattern in the past few years, usually the winners are at least 25, 24. If I'm not mistaken. Back in the day, it's common. The very first Miss Universe was a teenager. Back in the day, it's common to have Miss Universe winners to be teenagers. But now, I feel like the judges are looking for more maturity. But come on, it's Miss Universe. They love breaking barriers and changing or breaking the patterns. So there. All right, so now I would like to share to you my predictions. I believe fourth runner-up is going to be Valentina Alexieva of Russia. I believe the third runner-up is going to be the Davin Prasad of Cambodia. I believe the second runner-up is going to be Chidimma Adetshina of Nigeria. I believe the first runner-up is going to be Celinee Santos of the Dominican Republic. And I believe Miss Universe 2024 is going to be from Botswana, Thanolo, Keutlwile. I hope I pronounced that right. So these are my Miss Universe 2024 predictions. So here is a recap. So these are my Miss Universe 2024 predictions. If you want to read the details of my predictions, just check the link in the caption. And I also want to know what your predictions are. Please share them to me in the comment section. So let's go. The show is about to start. So after this, let's have a recap. Let's have a review of how many of my predictions are correct and how many are not correct. It's really hard to predict with Miss Universe because they really love changes. So it's safe to say there really is no pattern in the past few years, but we still hold on to that image of Miss Universe as the fierce beauty pageant. So see you guys. Bye bye.